This may be the most important video you watch all year. We're in a very rare moment right now in Arizona. Arizona is shifting fast into a buyer's market. Perfect storm right now. We're going to show you 6 powerful factors that are creating more inventory than we've seen in years. So what does that mean? It means lower prices. It means more negotiating power. It means smarter long-term opportunities. Let's break it down. 1, wholesalers are being shut down. Arizona just cracked down, meaning sellers are better protected because of an Arizona lawsuit against wholesalers. And fewer homes will be snatched up by those wholesalers. These investors are going to struggle during this time. And I have to say, the ones that have committed fraud, I am not sorry for one stinking bit. When the dust settles, or what is that other saying? When the tide goes out, you see who's swimming naked. And that's what we're seeing right now. So Arizona is cracking down on these wholesalers. They are shifting and trying to figure out what to do next while they're readjusting and figuring out the right thing to do and having to go to maybe ethics courses and maybe even get licensed. Who knows what will come of this? We're seeing a trend of them backing out. Number 2, there are hidden listings and they're ending. New laws are increasing the transparency out there, so all qualified buyers get a fair shot at buying a property. And that means that more inventory will be hitting the open market. That means that a lot of agents that say, well, we'll keep it just in our office for now, and we'll get a better price for you. They are no longer being able to do that and put their home and marketed in Zillow. Zillow says no more. EXP Realty, there are a lot of brokerages that are saying this is right. This is the right thing to do. Transparency. More transparency is coming from this slowdown in the market, in the real estate market. And we are in bad need of this. So not only are they going after agents that did the wrong thing, they're going after wholesalers. They're going after the lawyers are having a field day. They're going after anybody who was not treating a home seller or a home buyer fairly. Number 3, Airbnbs. Airbnbs are flooding the market now. Even agents I know that purchased Airbnbs at the last minute, they saw people doing really well at them in the last several years, but those people had started back in 2012, 2015. They really shot up in value during the pandemic because that's what everybody did. They got money, they got stimulus money, they went to an Airbnb. But as that slows down and as money gets tighter, there are less people going on vacation. And people that were buying those last minute at the top dollar are saying, I'm not making as much money as I thought I should be making. I'm selling this. A lot of people that jumped in at the last minute, and you know what happens when people buy high, they have to sell right away or they're going to sell low. Number 4, FHA foreclosure protections are ending. Homeowners who've been holding on, just maybe they didn't have to sell. Maybe they wouldn't be forced to sell. Maybe the times are tougher, but maybe they'll get a job. Or maybe they won't have to relocate. Well, that went on for long enough, and now we're a few years down the road. The banks need to get paid. Government is saying no more. If you can't afford this house, you need to sell the house. Nobody's given free rent. So I'm sorry, but if somebody can't afford a home, and they've given plenty of chances to turn that around over years, it's time to sell the house and get something that you can afford. Number 5, home flippers. Home flippers are backing out. The home prices are not going up like they were. Home prices are basically flat. They're leveling off. All the predictions have been dropping in what the future price appreciation will be. Is actually going down each month. The more the inventory and the supply goes up. And that's just common sense with supply and demand. Supply goes up, prices go down. That's what we're dealing with. So flippers can't make a quick buck as much anymore. Plus, it costs them so much in material and labor. Those prices have gone through the roof, and now you're having flippers back out and maybe do less and get a screaming deal of somebody, a home seller, giving them the property basically for 30 to 40% off. This is also impacting the iBuyers. iBuyers stocks have plummeted because they could no longer do that model of buying and getting a carpet in there, getting paint in there, and then put it on the market for a quick buck. They can't do it anymore, so they're backing out. So they're out of the market. This means more inventory. Number 6, pandemic buyers. Many pandemic buyers have regrets for buying a home. They waived appraisals. They waived inspections. They said, I don't want an inspection. I don't care about an appraisal. I just want the house. In all good conscience, basically, we helped mostly sellers during that time of craziness when people were waiving inspections and waiving appraisals. We were helping mostly sellers because we couldn't, in all good conscience, say to a buyer, waive the inspection, pay over for this. So yeah, use your cash. So 86% of millennials did rush into buying those homes, and now they want out. They want out due to rising taxes, rising insurance cost, rising cost of maintenance. All these things add up, and they're saying, you know what? We just can't afford the property we bought. We overextended ourselves. So these are like 6 major reasons why you're seeing so much inventory, not even to mention the interest rates, because they were just too low for too long. And that's what got us into this. That is the reason that we had this craziness. Interest rates were too low for too long. Everybody thought they'd get a piece of the pie. Everybody and their brother started jumping into very speculative markets. It's not sustainable anymore, and they cannot do that anymore. The interest rate is more normal now. So the interest rate is normal. So what has to change? And it's price, and it's coming down, and balance is coming to the market. As it becomes more of a buyer's market, though, it's super important that as a home buyer, you're very careful, because some people will jump in thinking, oh, prices are going down, they're dropping, sellers are reducing and cutting their prices. They're not cutting them that much. It's really not impacting the payment all that much. So a lot of investors are finding out the hard way, oh, rents are actually not as good as I thought. So maybe I won't overpay for this property and speculate in that way. And home buyers are saying, you know what? If I can't afford it, I just can't afford it. And so you're seeing the natural cause and effect of a higher interest rate that is actually more normal. The average is more like 7%, and that's a good interest rate. You always hear people say, oh, I got my interest rate when I first started buying homes at 16%. I think mine was 14. I think Mark's actually was 16%. We saw them continually drop a little bit. Sometimes they drop too much. And then you'd have everybody jump in, and then the market went crazy. Then the rates went back up again, and then there was a slowdown. You've seen this over and over through time, and this is why markets go up and markets go down. Prices go up and prices go down. And it takes time. It takes time to make that shift. And now we're seeing sellers actually respond to what we all knew was happening. Buyers cannot afford the payment. Now, it's also impacting the higher priced homes, but not as much. This is mostly with the affordable homes, which I think is actually wonderful, because we're going to have more homes for those downsizers to move into. And we've heard of the lock-in effect. The lock-in effect is those people that have great rates that refinance their home. And okay, so they have a great low payment, but they still have a 2-story. And they need to get out of that 2-story. The baby boomers are downsizing, needing to downsize still and get into something a little safer, a little more manageable. And believe me, I know I listen to this all the time because we're part of that baby boomer age range. So we hear it from our friends all the time. I just want something that's easy to maintain. And so now we're seeing a lot more that's coming on the market, a lot more of the affordable homes. Now, since the first-time home buyer is competing, they may go in an older home, maybe something that needs a little more maintenance that they can do because, this boomer wants to get out of that two-story, but maybe this first-time home buyer can get in a great deal in that older two-story home, fix it up a little, and then the boomer can go into the smaller, newer home maybe. And this is what we help baby boomers do all the time. We know that's who actually mostly our audience is. It's the baby boomers. It is people our age. And yeah, we do have younger people that follow us too, but it is majority of people are the baby boomer age that follow our channel. And that's the one we're speaking to right now. We want you to get ready for this opportunity and not miss a chance while you have it, because we never know how long the price is going to go down. We never know how far. We never know if it's going to be going down for a year or going down slowly for 2 years. Like in the 2008 recession, it took 2 years to get to a bottom there. I mean, it dove off a cliff, and then it took 2 years to really start to turn upward again. Once that big drop of, 40% in some areas, once that drop was done, it turned the other way. And everybody started saying, okay, maybe it's okay to jump in again now. You had more flippers come back. You had more investors come back. You had more first-time home buyers come back. And you had a nice steady appreciation of 6 to 7% a year. But it wasn't this 40% in 3 years. It was not a 40% appreciation in 3 years. That's just not sustainable. I don't care who you are, how positive you are about real estate, you can't sustain that. This is what's happening because of all these perfect storm situations and scenarios. You're seeing the prices finally be cut. You're going to still have the Scottsdale markets, of course, the Paradise Valleys, that they could care less about this. But then the majority of people are not buying multi-million-dollar homes. The majority of people are buying the vanilla home, and that's who we're talking to. We're talking to the first-time home buyers, the downsizers, the people that are in the affordable price range. And I'm hoping that once we do have that drop in price and then that following rate reduction, that you're going to see more millennials and more Gen Zers and more downsizers and more first-time home buyers be able to get their foot in the door, besides not having large hedge funds and iBuyers jump back in the market. Seriously, I see their stock going down. I don't know how long they can hang in there while they're pausing. I hope it gives us plenty of time to have some kind of monitoring of that, because that's just not right to me. It's never been so rampant. It messes with the average home buyer and home seller out there. There's got to be something we can do. I don't know. What do you think we can do? Mark believes in free market, and it's true. And I love that we have a free market here. But what can we do? Now, I know they're trying to put a bill through Congress, but how can they really monitor that? How many big hedge funds can make little companies to buy 10, up to 10 each? I just don't know how that can be monitored. I really don't know how we can stop it unless, there's some kind of maybe incentive that the government brings them and makes available to them for building more homes. I don't care if it's even to rent, build to rent, that's fine, whatever. But don't take away the existing homes that we have that we're finally getting caught up with in the resale and the new build market for these affordable homes. It just is not right. So let me know what you think. And I want to share a really great affordable home. So we'll be touring it in this video also to give you a look at some of the great incentives that we do see in the East Valley that are continuing and probably, I imagine, will continue into the end of the year, and home buyers get a chance to look for a deal. So Gold Canyon is where these new builds are, and they are really a good price, because if you like the mountains and hiking and cycling and photography and lots of active camping and golf nearby, this is a really great spot for you. These new homes start in the mid 300,000s. So they are making them very affordable because there is an extra drive out there. So I'll show you on the map where it's located. And this new KB community is 42 minutes from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. It is not as far as Queen Valley, but if you've ever been to the Renaissance Festival, then you know that it's out there in the far east valley of Phoenix Metro. 15 to 20 miles, and that'll get you to Apache Junction and Mesa. If you love hiking, if you love good prices, if you love desert scenery, this is the place. Check this out. The KB Homes here is having an open weekend. It's hardly anybody here, you guys, because we're entering summer soon. This is the best time to get your foot in the door. I mean, up to $30,000 off of the property. Check this out. I mean, we're talking low 300,000s. All these are 1 stories. So you don't want stairs anymore. You want to downsize. You don't want stairs. This is what you want to check out. I mean, if you have to get affordable housing, this is what you want to check out. And the good thing about this is the only upgrades that they have in here are the flooring and the fridge. Everything else is standard in these new builds. This floor plan says 1,618 square feet. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. And we're talking low 300,000. Low 300,000. There's no place else out there like this. Look at this backyard. The first thing I see when I come in here is how wide it is. Look at this newest floor plan they have. Open concept. You've got the kitchen area here. These look like marble counters. They're actually laminate, but they're very well done. They look like marble. Look at this. And you've got cabinets all around, all down here. This whole wide section here. You've got a garage there, pantry there. Look at the high ceilings. You've got recessed lights throughout. Look at this large table for entertaining. I mean, look at this, guys. This is a large space. And everything right here. And you got a large L-shaped couch here. So you're set for entertaining and just having this nice open area that feels a lot larger than it really is. And I can't believe how big the backyard is. If you want to put a pool, you can put a pool. Especially now, we can get incentives and we can get great prices on a pool, your own private pool. You can put an outdoor kitchen. But look at all the area you have in addition to the covered patio to barbecue and enjoy the outdoors and views of the desert. Now come on here and look at, this is the first bedroom, it's the primary bedroom. Look how wide this is. Look how wide this is. Thank goodness you have a double sink vanity. I'm telling you, cannot believe in some of these cheaper new builds where they put 1 sink. Are you kidding me? You got a double sink vanity, you got the nice combination shower tub, you got a nice space here to put more storage, you've got your private toilet room, and you have a large walk-in closet. I mean, this is a very nice floor plan. I really like it. I mean, I'm thinking maybe not for you guys, maybe for me. Maybe Mark and I will do this, because I mean, what about if you're just wanting to be in Arizona for 6 months and you're just like, come on, let's see the rest of the house. Go down the hall and look at this. Right from the entertaining area, you've got the hall bath. So conveniently located between the other bedrooms. You've got this nice large hall bath here. And then you walk down this nice wide hall to bedroom 2 and bedroom 3. Let's see how big they are. Okay, this is being used as an office, but you could definitely put a bed in here. And it's good enough size. You've got a nice large closet there. Nice light. I love they have the extra little window over here for the light. It looks beautiful. And look at the views. Look at the views of those mountains. Can you see out the window and see the views? Just beautiful. I mean, they are all around you here. Guys, I'll show you how many trails there are to hike up in those mountains. Hike or mountain bike, or if you like horseback riding, it's horseback riding. And you've got a nice, this is even a larger, this is the 3rd bedroom. This is even larger. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. It's plastic. I wondered what it was. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then you've got more views out here, those beautiful mountains. And I love that this community also goes from a 0 lot premium to up to, 25, 30,000, depending on what view you have. But it's hard to find even any community anymore that doesn't charge you and tag on some kind of fee for a lot premium. If there's a reason for a view lot premium, then yeah. Here's a nice big laundry room. I like that. It's not in the way of you getting out of the garage or coming into the house. It's off on its own. And this is a coat closet, looks like.
Pantry.
Oh, another pantry.
Linen closet, actually.
Oh, and what's this? Oh, what is that?
Big coat closet.
It's a big coat closet. Where am I? Where am I? What am I doing? What's my name? Where's my car? Okay, so what do you think about this? Comment if you like how wide it is. 30 feet. Isn't that surprising? Because of the design. It is one of the newest designs they have, and I think it's been laid out just exceptionally well. I love all these windows and sliders in the back so that you can see all the outdoors. It gives you that indoor-outdoor extended feeling. I love that. So this is... The 16-18 plan starts at $381,990. I love this floor plan. Seriously thinking that we should possibly invest in it ourselves. And if you like this and you find this valuable information, we try to make it really valuable for all you guys out there so that you can make an informed decision about home selling or home buying. For over 30 years, Mark and I have done this. We've fixed and flipped over 50 homes ourselves. We have bought and sold homes. We have helped hundreds and hundreds of people sell and buy homes. And I've appraised homes for over 20 years. I appraised and helped the banks, but I want to help you guys. I don't want to help the banks figure this out because they'll do whatever they want anyway. I want to give you this information now so that you guys can make an informed decision and that you can benefit out there in the real estate market. So that's what we're committed to do. So if you like this, please subscribe, please like, follow us for more. We're going to continue to bring you the truth because for over 30 years, we've loved helping our clients with excellence through experience. I'm Mel with the Mark and Mel Team, eXp Realty. Okay, we're on the trail. Not a lot of clear markers, but you can't really go that way. And if you went that way, you'd be going back. So he's got actually the trail on his GPS. So I'm going to follow him.
Gonna make it?
Yeah.
Well, we made it up to see the infamous elephant cactus. I think that's it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is like the hardest 2-mile hike up I've ever done, I think.
Well, we made it to the saddle on Peralta Trail, where we have a view of Weaver's Needle. Zoom in there a little bit.